Welcome to this week's Ask Charlie. I thought we haven't done anything in the garden for a while, so let's do some gardening together. March is a great time of year to start preparing your beds, mulching them, getting them ready for the growing season. Everything's beginning to come to life and it's wonderful to see. Sorry, I've got very excited dogs. Florence wants to say hello. I've got Penny and Lola has just come out. She's just fed the puppies and has just come out to see everyone. Oh yes. So yes, fertilising your beds, seed your roses. They should have been well pruned. At least January, early Feb is the time to prune your roses. We've got a really well-established garden here. The previous tenants were landscape gardeners. They've done an incredible job. This is our first spring here, and I'm just really waiting to see what's going to happen, what's coming up. And I'm not doing too much planting, too many things like that. I just want to see what we've inherited, which is really exciting. Florence is pretty annoying, actually. I'm going to pop you down. You go and have a run round and let me chat. So we just need to see what's coming up and work with it. The roses are all pruned. The hedges are all cut. We've got a lot of box hedge here. Some of it has died. I'm not going to replant any yet. I'm hoping. We have sprayed it. I'm feeding it and I'm hoping that it's going to come back to life. Lola, no, go on, sit. Leave Mummy alone while I'm talking. It's just very excited dogs. Let's go walk around the garden because they're just all over me. We've also had a really naughty hen out and about. It's been digging at the flower beds. So I need to get a rake out and I need to rake that back in. So you can see the beds are all mulched. I've got my gloves. We're going to do a little bit of weeding, a little bit of sorting. Let me show you some of the box that has died. So these beds are just beginning to, come to life. They've been really... No, Lola! Off the beds. They've been really well mulched. They've got some really good compost on them, but this is the box that has died and it's probably going to need replacing. But down over here, there is some new life. So I'm a little bit hopeful that we might be okay. Lola, down. My tulips are coming up, so those are all planted. And remember, this time of year, you need to water. We haven't had any rain. The weather has been amazing, but I'm going to give all of my pots here a water. We've got the hens through there. Let's go and have a look at them. And again, I've got this wonderful rose bed here. And again, the box, some of it is coming back to life, some of it isn't. So we're just going to give it a little bit of time. It's not going to look that great, but, I don't want to take it out if there's a chance of a bit of new life. So the hens are in this area here and they have got some electric fencing, but sometimes, from time to time, well, every day I let them out for a little bit, but one of them is a little bit naughty and it's been hopping out and causing a little bit of havoc that we need to sort out. But you can see we've got such amazing views here. We're really, really lucky. I'm hoping that you can hear me okay with the wind. And then another bed. So there's a lot of symmetry here. We've got two beds this side and then two beds either side here and then this lawn. And then through the archway, which you'll see in a minute behind me. So that has got some roses climbing up on it and I cannot wait. And of course I will be bringing you out when the roses are in full bloom. But this is our orchard area and there's lots of wildflowers. I know that the dogs are going to jump on me, but I don't know if you can see in the lawn some beautiful wildflowers. Let me bring you up a little bit closer. They are just so pretty and gorgeous. We've got lots of daffodils down here, which are looking wonderful. I just get so excited about spring. I love the daffodils. And then we have got this area here. I would like to get around like a shaped bench to go here and sit out here reading a book with a cup of tea amongst the roses. So we've got rose bed on either side here and here. And we've got some gorgeous little hellebores down here. I will turn you round and show you around properly in a minute, but we'll just do a little bit of a walk around. Now, in this area, which is the yard, let's just go down here. Pen, I'm going to leave you there. She's an escape artist. Well, hang on. Where should we go first? Let's go into the rose garden. So this is where Billy the tortoise lives, and he is so lucky to have this whole area for himself. I want to pop some trestle tables in here, and I think this is going to be such a great space in the summer to sit outside with friends and just enjoy this wonderful, wonderful space. We have got a clematis here, which again, we haven't cut it back. There is some new life in there, so we're just going to wait and see what happens. But there's all these beautiful rose beds, and actually the box in here is doing pretty well. And then we've got these gorgeous standard roses and yew hedge. So these roses, and again over here, one of them has suffered a little bit, so it's been pruned back a bit lower. So that's down here and then up here. And these benches over here we bought from the old house. They need a little bit of TLC. They're a little bit rickety, but I think we can get them mended and sorted so they're a bit stronger and we can sit on them. But this is just such a beautiful area, and I can't wait to get in there, tidied up and sorted. And I think just with some fairy lights, summer evenings, sat out there, some music playing, good food, bottle of wine, absolutely perfect. I'm just going to turn you around and take you on a little spin of, I don't know whether to call it the rose garden or the sunken garden, or the secret garden, although it's not much of a secret garden because it's quite obvious. So let me know in the comments what you think. I'm going to turn you around and show you. So this is the area that I want to pop the tables in, and I think it will just be really fun. In fact, the teenagers spent New Year's Eve out here, and we had a fire pit. It was really, really great. And then it's going to be so wonderful when these roses are in bloom. Did I pop tulips in there? No, I haven't. I think I ran out. I ran out of bulbs. I need to order more for next year, but the garden is looking good. And luckily, the hen didn't get in here and cause havoc. So I've just brought you to this corner of the big barn. And over here, in this area, in this corner, I'm thinking of getting a lean-to greenhouse to pop there. I am really, really missing my greenhouse. I think it's the only thing I'm missing from the old house. So just imagine having something here, and I can then grow my tomatoes, my dahlias. Now is the time to be potting up your dahlias undercover, so either inside on a windowsill or in a greenhouse. Sweet peas, although I'm a little bit late with my sweet peas, but without a greenhouse I just haven't wanted to fill the house windowsills with pots and seeds and things like that. So I'm thinking a lean-to greenhouse here could be the answer, because that is the only thing I am missing from the last house. And then up here I have got my veg. So I planted some strawberries last weekend. So I've got strawberries in there. I've got the leftover carrots in there, which Molly's enjoying. I've got herbs. These 2 pots, in fact 3 pots, need a bit of TLC. They are mint. I think that one is not coming back to life. That one might, and that one is. And I've got some spinach over there, and I need to pick some of that spinach. It's been amazing. It just keeps coming. And some more strawberries. And then this container here doesn't work because Molly is tied up there, or Santana was, and I need to move those over here, literally there. But that is so unbelievably heavy that I can't lift it. Simon and I tried last weekend. We were like, no, we need an extra pair of hands. So I think when the boys are home, we will get that moved. I'm just going to get my rake and sort out those flower beds where that hen has made an awful mess. So we're going to do a little bit of raking now, get that tidied up. So I thought I would just talk to you about my Ask Charlie diaries. I don't know if I think there are a few still available, but not many. But every month I have tips for you. So for March, I have reminders in the garden, and the first one is fertilise your beds. We talked about that earlier. Plant shallots, onions and early potatoes. So if I want to do those are things I need to get going with. Put in supports for any plants that need them. So think peonies, think roses, think anything that is going to grow and be tall. Then it needs some support so it doesn't flop over, particularly peonies. And at our old house, I had a beautiful peony bed. They needed support. So now is the time to do that. Feed the roses. I mentioned that earlier. Keep an eye out for slugs. Slug rings work really well. So get those if you need to, if you have a problem with slugs, but keep an eye out for them. Deadhead daffodils and hydrangeas. Weed vegetable beds. Weed and mulch the garden, particularly asparagus beds. Pot up dahlia tubers. Cut the lawn edges. So make sure your edges are nice. Well, if you want to have a manicured edge for your lawn, now is the time to do it. Mow lawns if needed, or maybe you might be doing no mow until May. A lot of people do that. If you need to lay new turf, and there are a few areas that have had a lot of walking through here, that either we need to turf or reseed. So now is the time to do that. Weed borders and beds. Sow flower seeds, sow beetroot, courgettes and carrots. And then I also share my seasonal produce, fruit, pomegranate and rhubarb, vegetables, cauliflower and purple sprouting. Broccoli, love purple sprouting. It is also the wild garlic season, and every month I have a recipe, and this month in March we have wild garlic salsa verde. Utterly delicious, and I will actually leave that recipe linked in the description of this video if you would like it. If you have access to wild garlic, now is the time to enjoy it because it's absolutely delicious and gorgeous. But I haven't taken you around the front of the house, so let's go and have a look around. You also might wonder why I've got this fence, and actually it's a fencing from our old house for Billy the tortoise. However, the puppies aren't going to be long until they're ready to come outside. So I've just got this fencing up here in preparation that they can be in this patio area, they can be safe and secure, which is perfect. But I want to show you these. These are bringing me so much joy. Look at these hellebores with the hyacinths. I just think they are stunning, and the way that they have been planted with the colours just working so well together, I think is absolutely stunning. We have got things sprouting here, which is really, really very exciting. It's all beginning to come to life. I love this area of the garden with this wall. Coco's got some friends here, so they're being noisy upstairs. And then these gorgeous, gorgeous hellebores are just so stunning. And then we have got this bed along here, pathway, and then this bed and my very dirty car, and then round to the hens that way around the house. So this is the beautiful front garden, again with the box hedge and planting. I actually planted these little tete-a-tetes in here, and the same on the other side. This is another bit of box hedge which sadly has, I want to say died, but there is signs of new life. So you never know, we may save it. I'm not sure, but you never know, we might do. And then the shepherd's hut is there with the beech hedge. So this is our garden, and I cannot wait to share it through the seasons with you as we go further into spring, as the roses begin to come out. Absolutely magnificent. So it's a very, very exciting time in the garden, and I hope that you've enjoyed this week's video, me showing you the garden, talking about things to do in the garden. I find gardening so therapeutic. I find it so good for the soul. I find it really relaxing and peaceful, and yeah, I just love it. Another thing I should say is feed the birds. We didn't really have any birds in the garden here when we moved in, which was something that we really noticed. And we've got those bird feeders there, and it's so wonderful seeing the birds. We've got a greater spotted woodpecker and a green woodpecker that come every day, and then some other smaller birds, robins, blue tits, and it's just wonderful to see them. But I'm going to turn you around and show you, do a walkabout of the garden without me chatting to you, and I really, really hope that you enjoy it. I hope that it has encouraged you to get outside. I just want to show you this little avenue of standard roses along here. It's just beautiful. But I hope you've enjoyed this week's how-to. Looking forward to seeing you on Friday with this week's vlog, and have a super, super week. And thank you as ever for tuning in, and I hope to see you again soon.